guys, so today we're going to do things a little bit different. I went to the thrift store this weekend and I found some pretty cool stuff. So first thing that I found were these two candle holders, and they were $1.99 a piece. And so I figured that I had this platter that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and I figured it would be a cute platter. So we're gonna do that with these. Then I picked up this sign from Goodwill also. And this sign was $1.99 also. It was in the Christmas clearance section, I guess, where they had some signs and ornaments and stuff like that. So I actually got this one for $1. It was originally $1.99, but I got it for $1. So, I mean, check out your Goodwills, check out your thrift stores. They have some pretty neat stuff there. So we're gonna make a sign out of that one. And then this one I found at Walmart. And this one was $12.88, and I got it for half off, so $6 and some change. So this one was missing this little hanger right here, but I went ahead and picked up some more hangers, and then I can just take these off and use them on another sign that I have, that I got from Goodwill as well. And so yeah, I'll take this little Christmas tree off and we can repurpose it for another DIY. But yeah, so let's do it. Okay guys, so first we're going to paint these. I tried to clean them up as best as I could, but you know. Anyway, so we're going to paint these with the Waverly White, and then we'll just dress them up a little bit, and then we'll attach the plate. I don't know if I want to do it like this. I think that'll look pretty cool. And then with the plate on top, like that, well, like that, and then it can hold like a big candle. And I think that's how I'm gonna do this one. And I think it'll look pretty cool. So we'll see. But right now, we're just going to give these probably 2 coats of the Waverly White paint. Ooh, shoot. And I'm dripping paint everywhere. But anyways, so yeah. Okay, so now that we have these painted, this white, and I just gave it a real rough 2 coats of paint really quick because I think I'm going to paint on some of the brown color and that I have right here. So I think instead of the brown, I'm gonna do a light gray wash over the top of it. Now I have too much light. Okay, but this is Country Gray and the matte acrylic paint by Apple Barrel. So I think I'm just gonna do a light little wash over this. It might kind of match this white or not give it as much contrast as I wanted to, but I want to try it out. If not, then I'll mix it with a little bit of the black. Now I'm just going to rough them up a little bit. So where the white comes through, the black comes through on the bottom, the original color. See, they're kind of distressed now on all of the ridges. And it shows some of that white through, and it shows the black through, and then the gray is there. So they kind of look like a stone pattern that have been kind of scuffed up throughout the years. Make sure you do this rim too, because on the other rim, you're gonna do the same thing. And there you have it. Scuffed up. Then you're gonna get the other one, scuff up the rim, and then come down here, do the same thing, just scuff them up a little. And this is just a sanding block that I got from Dollar Tree. They work really well. And it doesn't have to be uniformed, because whenever I distress anything, it's never uniformed. It's always something different. Some may be scuffed up more than the others. Some may be just distressed a little bit. Some may be a lot of it. Just depends on how distressed I want the particular item at the time. But yeah. There we go. I think I'm going to paint the bottom of this and paint the bottom of this plate the white color, just so it's seamless. So, this, I want the bottom of it, which is where your little wooden dowels, I guess, if you will. Not wooden. What are these? Plastic. Your little plastic stopper. No. That's not right. So it doesn't move. There you go. Simple. So paint the bottom of that. You can paint it gray if you want, but I'm gonna do it white. And on this, just make sure that you're going in even strokes, because if not, you're gonna see the strokes on the front side of it. So just even up and down strokes. The first initial coat on it, it really doesn't matter. You just want to get it covered. And then after that, make sure you come in with even strokes. So now you have a plate. It's gonna look kind of green on the top, but that's just because of the way that it's colored on the top. So I mean, you could paint the top of it if you wanted to. Should I paint the top of it? No, I'm gonna leave it the way that it is. It kind of has that green antique glass look to it, which you'll see when I show the picture of it. Hold on real quick. So on this, you are going to want to use E6000 and the whole glue trick. So this is E6000. Okay, so you're gonna take some E6000 along the top of this, and don't worry, this isn't like super glue. It's not gonna dry super fast. Actually, this takes 24 hours to dry completely or completely cure. And a little trick is hot glue. Maybe. Is it on? Yes, on. What the heck? Hot glue will hold it in place for the time being. And then the E6000 will cure, but your stuff is still held together. So it's like, a lot of the crafters use it, see? A lot of the crafters use this trick while they're doing their crafting live, so that way whatever they're making sticks, but for the time being, you're gonna wanna do the same thing with the plate. See, that's what we have so far. So you're gonna wanna do the same thing with the plate. Like I said, I painted the back of mine white just so I didn't see through the plate into the vase or into the stand. But the top of this one is green looking, but I want it to stay that way. So if you want yours to be completely white, then paint the top of it too. We're gonna do the same thing with the E6000. So if this topples over, then you know it's not gonna bust open and bust apart. I need to get another one of these. And you're just gonna go around the edge of it and then a little bit in the middle. So that way you have a firm hold on this. And we're gonna do the glue trick as well. You're gonna take your glue, because this keeps it in place for right now. I got a new glue gun finally, but it's giving me problems, I guess because it's brand new. So, how I center things is I just lay them down and then I come over the top and see exactly how centered. Like, that's fine. And there you go. So, yeah, that's good. It's pretty centered. And there you have it. You have a little vase. And you can, well, I guess it's a vase. No, it's not a vase. What am I talking about? It's not a vase. You have a candle holder made out of 2 candle holders that now has a platter that you can sit something on. What I think I'm gonna do with mine is your Bath and Body Works candles will look cool on this. Also, any smaller pot plants will look nice on this. Just make sure you have it somewhere that's not gonna, let's see if I can focus in on this. There you have it. Okay guys, so for this next DIY, I'm going to take these hangers off and this little Christmas tree placard, if I can. I saw that it's nailed there, so I might just have to flip it over, but we'll see. But I'm going to take these off and this, and then we're going to paint this sign. Probably, I think I want to paint it because I got these hangers. I got these hangers that I want to put on the front of it. So I'm thinking that I kind of wanted to paint it like the gray, this light gray color, and then paint these white, or leave them, I think they're they're bronze. So I might just leave them bronze, but I'm having a hard time deciding what exactly I want to do with this. I know that I have a vision in my mind on how I want this to go, but I'm kind of like, is it gonna go that way? But we'll see. So, first, I'm gonna see if I can take these signs off. It's probably going the wrong way. Oh wait, are they even screwed in? Or are they just like glued on? This is gonna be an ordeal, I can already tell you. Okay, so I'm thinking I want to go with this gray, and this is the color Country Gray. How fitting. And I'm gonna take a bigger paintbrush because this is a bigger area, and I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't. I'm just gonna sand down the little pieces of wood that have popped up from me taking off the hangers. And I'm all about wood having its own marks and character, I guess. So the more messed up it is, the better. That's just how I think. You can always take some wood filler and go in and like fill in the holes if you wanted to, and then just let it dry. Or you're gonna take your chalk paint and whatever you want. This is gonna take more than one coat because of the writing on it. So you could even take it outside and spray paint it if that's something that you wanted to do. And at first I was kind of like, oh, I should do a gray stain, but then the writing, and I really wanted the front of it because I like the way it's planked. So yeah, it's gonna be totally great. Okay, so I can see through it. Okay, so I can see through this a little bit, but it's not like noticeable whenever it's up. I can see it from the side right here. But what I want to do is kind of give it like a chippy paint look. So the gray behind it and then the wood is behind it. I'm not going to distress anything in this area right here because this is where the writing is, and I don't want those colors to come through. But I do want some of the wood and I do want some of the gray to come through it, so that way it looks like it's been wet and wind and all of that. It's chippy paint. So what I'm gonna do is take a sponge brush that has hardly anything on it. It's just, you know, actually I want to get it a little less. So let's see. See how it's gonna, you're just gonna distress the wood, go with the grain, and then come down, same thing. And it's okay if more places have different amounts of white on them. And this is what I really want. This right here, where the wood grain is, I want that to really pop right there. And the ends of it, and then down here at the bottom. So then when we go in and sand this up a little bit, it'll look like weathered wood, weathered barn wood. So this is basically like a dry brushing technique. So your brush is not really wet, and it's really good to do this honestly with a bristle brush, but I don't have one right here in front of me. I did have this one. And this is just white Waverly chalk paint. You can use acrylic paint, whatever you want. You're gonna left with something that looks like this. Well, let's see if I can get it. I need it, oh, there you go. Okay, so then let's dry it real quick. You're gonna come in with your sanding block And you're just going to rough up all of that area. And it'll smooth out. You're just gonna rough up all of this area, and it'll smooth out the harshness of your lines, like right here, how it looks like it's really white right in this area, and not a lot of the gray is popping through. So right here, you're gonna take your sanding block and just go back and forth, back and forth. And it looks like a faded sign, and it just says, you can tell it says blessing right here, but you can't really tell what it says over here, just some letters that are right here. And I'll show you a better image of it in a minute. But this is how you just stress. Go around the outsides of it to make that wood pop through again. I don't know if you can even hear what I'm saying, but you can go around the outsides of it right here to make that wood pop through again. So that way it looks like an old sign. Now it's looking like an old barn sign. And you can barely see the wording coming through. I don't even think it's picking it up on the camera. So in another video I had picked up some of these wall hangers, and I'm kind of thinking that I want to use the arrows on this one, but I want to paint them black. I think I only want one on there, one here at the top. And I want to paint it black with black chalk paint or matte paint. And they're just little wall stickies. And I like the arrow on it. It was cute. Okay, so I'm gonna just take a paper, lay it down right there. Move this off to the side really quick. I'm gonna stick to this paper, but I'm gonna glue it down anyways, but let me turn it towards me so I can see. I'm just gonna take some black paint. Is this black? Oh, it's called Pavement. It's probably gonna be like a dark gray, a really dark gray, but let's see. And then I'm gonna do it like this so I can see. I'm just gonna put it, I'm kind of wondering if I don't wanna like, boop, and then another one going that way. No, I like it like this. Take your glue gun. This is already sticky, but just for, I know I say for all the time. It's annoying. This is already sticky, but for it to stick better, you can use E6000 or just your hot glue gun, honestly. And then just place it back down. I think right there is good. There we go. So you have that so far. There we go. So you have this so far. It's my camera that's crooked there. Okay, so looks like a little wrought iron design on here because our holders, wherever they are, oh, here they are rubbed bronze. So you could rub bronze them if you wanted to, but okay, this is gonna be hard. So I'm gonna try and put them basically where they were on the sides like one right there, one right here, and then I'm just gonna go right in the middle of the other two where those were. And it doesn't really matter to me that they show because, like I said, the more rustic, the better. I want it to look rustic. I could have even gone over the same holes probably, but no. Okay, so one right there, one dead center middle, and then your other one right there where that other one was. And now let's see me screw these in because I don't have a drill and this is gonna be ridiculous. I can already, holy mother, these are gonna go straight through this wood. So, okay, so camera died, but let me just walk you through this. This one gave me a lot of problems. So these right here are not screwed in because I cannot screw in a screw with this screwdriver to save my life. So what I did was, for the time being until I can get a drill, is E6000. They're supposed to be in there. E6000 and hot glue for these hangers right now until I can go get a drill tomorrow and drill these in the right way. Because I tried everything and we're just moving on. So this is how it turned out. And I think it looks pretty cute. I mean, for a $6 sign, and these I think were only $3 for 4 of them, and I only used 3. And then a $1 sign that we painted black. I mean, I think it turned out pretty nice, other than the fact that it gave me problems with this, but that was my fault because I didn't have a drill. So that was that one. So now this one, this is when my battery died, and yeah. So on this one, it was the Goodwill sign that was $1.99 that I got for $1 because it was Christmas stuff, and yeah. So all I did with this one was I painted the back of it with the Waverly paint, and the only thing that I did different with this was used glue all. It's just regular glue all, regular Elmer's glue all. There you go. And I painted over the sign to act like a Mod Podge. I only have, and I always say this, but I only have this gloss Mod Podge, and I don't want it to be glossy because it's not supposed to be glossy in Farmhouse. So, yeah. So I used the glue all, and all I did was just get my foam brush and painted over it just like regular paint. And I let it dry, and then this sign is just one of these signs from Dollar Tree. It was like this. So I used that one. But I just took it out of the frame. And that was cute. It would be like Valentine's Day, you know, kind of made with love. It's like a kitchen sign out of a metal sign. Yeah. So with this, how I got it to look like this, like the lamination had been peeled off or worn off of it, was I glue-alled the back of this sign and placed it onto the metal sign itself. And then what I did was took the tiniest bit of the Waverly chalk paint, and I mean like smaller than a dime size, and glue all, and then I just mixed it together, and then I painted over the top of it to where it kind of had like a milky consistency to it. and I let it dry. And while it was drying, I just trimmed the border out with some jute twine and made the bow to glue on top of this, and then just hung it with some jute twine like that. But how I made it look like this was I just got my finger wet and I went across it wherever I wanted, you know, the red part of the sign to like really come through. I just went across it with my finger. And I don't know if you can do this with regular Mod Podge, probably not, but with the glue-all it worked awesome. So I just went across it in whatever areas that I wanted that just to come through. And that's what we turned out with. And I think it looks really cute. I mean, you can use it for Valentine's Day or just in the kitchen. I mean, that's what I'm gonna use it for. I mean, Valentine's Day is right around the corner, but I don't really decorate for Valentine's Day like I do for fall or spring and Christmas. It's just one of those holidays that I just don't decorate for. But I mean, I think it's cute. It's a cute little kitchen sign. Here's the sign that we made from this sign. You can just flip it over for Christmas. It's a dual sign. But yeah, this is the sign that we made from this sign. And then this is the little towel hanger, if you will. Could be a towel hanger if you wanted it to. Or a little coat hanger. I wouldn't hang a coat on it right now, but whenever it's screwed in, hang a coat on it. But yeah, and this one. So there you have it.